and every...
But...
Not right now. The Almighty Shogun is... I don't know how...
Don't worry, I'm right here.
It's... the Shogun? You're back! Glow of your supreme light...
Calm down. The war...
Over.
Look around you. There are no more...
What? But how? I saw them tear my...
Hey, come...
Huh. I think I understand. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you, thank you.
What's wrong with him?
He's gone.
Paimon can't even begin to understand what that was all about. But somehow, Paimon feels all sad and hopeless.
If I am not mistaken, what we just saw was a samurai's memory that was buried in the land. The sacred Sakura, an entity formed with strong filth, would be highly aggressive. But when purified, it presents in the form of a memory. Purified filth quickly dissipates and will be absorbed by the ley lines shortly afterwards. In other words...
So the memories of the ones that died are all appearing at this moment?
Yes. That soldier was one of the many thousands who made the ultimate sacrifice. Yes. Inazuma, the disaster in Inazuma caused me great concern. I felt that I had to step in before it was too late. Otherwise, it would spread to all of Teyvat. But my friend, Kitsune Saiku, reassured me that I had nothing to worry about. She would shoulder the responsibility of protecting Inazuma and mobilize all forces at her disposal to combat the threat. I could tell that, although neither of us acknowledged it, we both knew that the road ahead would likely end in tragedy.
So, Inazuma was attacked at the same time as when the disaster happened in Kanria?
Indeed. Countless monsters suddenly appeared throughout all of Inazuma, but I would like to believe that she kept her promise to me until the very last. But even then, Inazuma was left more devastated than we could have ever imagined. Those terrible tragedies left great wounds that are still felt to this day, both on the land itself and in my heart.
Hey.
Yes. For the longest time, I couldn't bring myself to face the pain of that loss. All my martial might was in vain. Though I could conquer Tatarigami and vanquish monsters, I was helpless against the ravages of time, powerless to keep the ones I cherished alive. But after my clash with human ambition, I thought long and hard. Now I realize I cannot fix... When I traveled around Inazuma with you, I caught a glimpse of how the nation has progressed over the centuries. A glimpse of human potential. Everything far exceeded my expectations. Moving forward inevitably invites further loss, but also new encounters. Just think of that soldier. Despite all the losses he had experienced, he still chose to keep fighting for the sake of moving forward. All those who sacrificed themselves back then gave their lives fighting for a future. As Inazuma's god, it is high time I honored their wishes. Warriors of the past, who spilled your blood on this land, your noble souls now rest in this earth. I will never forget you, and all that you did for Inazuma.
He's taking all this pretty hard.
Come on. Let's keep investigating the damage to the sacred Sakura. Leave them to me. Inazuma shines eternal! There is no escape!
Huh? Something seems wrong with A.
Why would you ask that?
Well, usually you'd pull out your sword and swish! Vaporize them all in one go, no?
You are unduly concerned. I'm simply conserving. Although I have some understanding of the I must be prepared for—
Nick, the roots seem pretty badly damaged this time. Hey, the same light is leaking out again.
Furuyama? Is that—
Almighty Shogun, what brings you back so soon? I thought you—
Fighting a battle in a distance.
Allow me to introduce, though blind.
Your Excellency, it sounds like the Almighty Shogun has brought it. I'm afraid I'm— After all,
What should we do?
I see. Most of the residents and now the Almighty. Imagine if this was something that even the people flee out of a desire to live on. But me, the Almighty Shogun, often just listening to her stories. One thing she always— So you see,
Perhaps.
it won't be long, but I suppose it doesn't. Once this catastrophe— Oh, goodness me. Speaking of befuddled, look at me rambling away to my heart's content and forgetting to serve the tea. The Almighty Shogun comes to visit and I don't have the tea ready. A truly egregious loss of decorum. One moment, I'll just— Where in the world is the tea set? I hope the others didn't smash it to smithereens in their hasty departure.
Can't see a tea set anywhere around here.
Really? But it's always been right by my side. Goodness gracious, what a fool I'm making of myself. I couldn't possibly have my guests fetch it themselves. That would be
Don't worry about it.
Almighty Shogun,
This place is— Leave it to us.
But I can't decide whether it—
Where should we go to find a tea set? Having a cup of tea isn't a...
I'm also feeling very nostalgic for his—
It's the Traveler. And the Almighty Shogun. How might I be of assistance, Your Excellency?
I wish to borrow a tea set from the Yashiro Commission.
Oh, sure. I'll fetch that for you right away. Please step into the courtyard and have a rest, Almighty Shogun. Oh, and I'll inform my lord about your visit immediately. Ah, and the tea set. I'll bring that here as soon as it's ready.
Be at ease. I'm not here to see Commissioner Kamisato. Actually, I'd prefer to spend this time chatting with the Traveler. Please, Fetch the tea set at your convenience.
No. I am your humble servant. I daren't think of my own convenience when the almighty Shogun graces me with her presence. I'll deal with it right away.
Well, it's not often we have the chance to chat. I'm sure you must.
Right.
I seldom had the so, and he may well have had the philosophy of.
You and Muck.
Indeed, we did. In her eyes, they are similar. When you came now,
Wow.
Makoto saw a bigger picture than an ambition. Makoto was more.
That's...
To put it simply, I didn't understand. I suppose what it comes down. Yes, it does. I always thought that she must have grasped some elusive, arcane wisdom to arrive at the conclusions she did. But in the last analysis, Makoto's philosophy was, on the surface at least, an elegantly simple one. Notwithstanding that it was also the more prudent choice, based on a more mature, far-sighted outlook.
Do you feel you're starting to understand her better now?
You have already witnessed my previous views on eternity. But now, I no longer cling to what was lost. I suppose that means our differences have been reconciled.
Almighty Shogun, I found a tea set. This one in particular should be fit for your Excellency's use.
It's quite beautiful. Thank you.
You are too kind. A humble servant such as I does not deserve the gratitude of the Almighty Shogun.
It's all good, sir. She's actually pretty chill.
Let us return. We ought not keep Furuyama waiting too long.
I'll protect us. La 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 la. Hey, where'd he go? He wouldn't have gone looking for a tea set and... So, we didn't even have...
The information held in the
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've watched Furi. The tea is ready. So many thoughts were racing through my head as I was brewing. You're right. I've been reminded of back at the Yashiro, the events.
She died in that...
Yes. Unlike me, Makoto was at this time. Yes. She had already... It was there. Why did she go to... It was there.
That's...
When I returned to Inazuma, that's exactly what no one... In the end, with the help of...
This is all really...
Yes. I once told... But even the tea that is most bitter to the tongue, once swallowed. And it's time I came to terms with it all.
Oh, while we're on the topic, since you
Brother, you mean to say that...
Based on what we've learned so far...
I'm sorry, and also so...
Oh, well, that's a shame. But it can't be helped, I guess. Boy, both of you have experienced great tragedy.
With this last cup of tea, let us honor the Tea Master's memory. Thank you, Destiny, for giving us the chance to meet again.
We should go. Let's keep following the traces.
Very well. Based on my investigation so far, I believe this next pack of monsters should be the last. All the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. I stand before it, alone and unchanging. Illusion shattered! Once again, please leave.
Hey!
Shine down! Ha! Ha! Illusion shattered!
Are you alright?
I'm fine. Torn to oblivion!
Maybe you should leave this one to
Where am I? Who are you? Almighty Shogun, you're here too! Are you injured, Your Excellency? We, the Shogunate Samurai, will defend the Shogun until the very end.
Come on, man! They're coming back for—
Don't!
Danger is our duty, man.
No need to worry.
Is that a vision?
It certainly is. If the Almighty Shogun isn't—
So that's how samurai of that era understood visions, huh?
Nobody knew where Your Excellency had gone, and we were starting to despair. But now we've found you. You're just the sight of you appearing before us once more. This hope is the light that will guide—
Everyone, on me!
We'll help too!
Huh? Affirmative, but watch your backs.
Protect the Almighty Shogun!
There is no escape!
Steady as stone, as a good knight should.
Shine down!
It seems like their attacks are finally over.
I've never fought so fiercely.
Thank you all.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I feel much better already.
You fought phenomenally. It was truly awe-inspiring. The monsters will definitely come back. And when they do, it'll be more than a few Rift Hounds this time. Quickly, escort Her Excellency back to Inazuma City, and regroup with the General's forces as soon as possible.
When everyone sees the Almighty Shogun safely returning, their spirits will be lifted.
Well, what are you guys gonna do?
We will stay here and guard against the monsters' advance. We cannot afford to let them get any further. We are brothers in arms. As long as we stick together, we can face any number.
Just leave it to us. Fighting is what we— But the Almighty Shogun, no matter what kind of—
Thank you all very much. I promise you that I will create— I should not have left it—
Don't worry, Your Excellency. With you leading us—
Glory to the Shogun! Glory to the Shogun!
They're gone.
It was both. The people the result being that in the centuries since you could take the view that, but even so, they are due a resolution.
Well,
Thank you for your comforting words. But this is my basic— I used to think but what Inazuma— Even though I am utterly unlike Makoto, and can never become the person she was, I still need to do the thing. Yes, they are. They are strong and resilient, and have much to be proud of. As the Raiden Shogun they revere, I should not be the one to hold them back.
well said. Sounds to Paimon like you figured things out.
Change will come to Inazuma, and with it, new possibilities. This will take time, but eventually, the future will bring healing to the scars of the past. No matter how long it takes, I am committed to bringing this to fruition. Now that we've dealt with the Rift Hounds, this matter is halfway resolved. I will leave the Tenryo and Yashiro commissions to handle the follow-up work, such as investigating the origins of this incident.
Alrighty then, let's... It looks calm on the outside, but Paimon bets her emotions must be all over the place right now, huh? She seems to have changed a lot. Huh? What's wrong, eh? Come on, keep up! What's going on? Are you feeling unwell again?
It looks like... no need. I need to go to the
Why?
a battleground. What?
Leave it all to me.
We're finally here.
Whoa! Where'd that Torii gate come from?
It's getting worse. This is a place I once sealed off.
Huh? What are you talking about? And who is she? Where are we go? Whoa. This place... Look, it's another A!
We meet again, traveler. This body is an assistant to the one. Should the one within wish to stray from the rules, this body shall stand in her way.
Wait!
You have wandered the realm. You believe you're but have you really? I'm here to we are both. The discomfort, as she indicates, but inside a realm of... Though she is a puppet, the Shogun has her own consciousness too. When necessary, she appears here to confront me.
Paimon gets that a showdown with
The rules I set, I would not try.
Isn't there any other way? Can't you talk it through or something? But...
My form, it inherits every action, determination, only rule. Those were my... Now, you wish to make... I am your past, the everlasting law, the guardian of eternity. And I am she who promised a dream to her subjects. Right an A. In the end, even the proud and mighty Oni maiden was cut down in disgrace. Though your blade has been cleansed of her blood and filth, never shall it shine as brightly as it once did. Shine down, pathetic, weak. Evasion is futile. Inferior. Illusion shattered. Torn to oblivion. The Kitsune sakura blossoms that once filled the skies fell to the ground as pitch-black rain. As long as the ley lines flow, the relentless erosion of time will never stop.
She's completely recovered?
Your verdict is decided. Now you shall perish! The divine lightning that envelops all of Inazuma will fade silently into the clouds. There shall never be another. Never. For the rest of time. Stillness transcending. Shine down. to oblivion! Pathetic. Weak. Illusion shattered! The eye sweeps the land! This ends now. Pathetic. Strike dead! Now you shall perish! Your Thymia crumbles before...
Have you finally defeated her?
It appears your martial prowess has not... But how long can your...
How the heck?
In this... She was built to...
Then, does that...
Maybe if I don't do that... This is my duty. No matter how long this battle may last. Months, years, centuries. And no, 500 years ago. Humanity here in the present. It is about time I understand that. I fight for the... I vow to the sub during my absence.
But this...
Pass on my words.
Looks like we got kicked. Oh, what do we do? She was making sense. And maybe this is the only way to change the Shogun's rules, but still... Right? What if she gets too obsessed with winning, and she forgets why she's there in the first place? It could happen. Yeah, we should... Is there any way we can cut down how long she needs to spend in there? Or, you know, help her with... Well, whatever. We can't let any... Oh, but we also... Okay, well, first things first. We gotta find a way back in. Oh, come on, brain juice. Don't feel Paimon now. Oh, you're right. Who knows if she really...
Someone's not in the best of moods. Let me guess. You're all tangled up in another situation and need me to unravel it for you. I hope you realize how lucky you are. If it was anyone else, I don't think I'd have the patience to...
But you're always smiling.
That was a figure of speech.
Oh, yeah. Something really big's happened.
Oh, okay, I see. Impossibly stubborn. Jump straight to the most extreme course of action imaginable. You know as well as I do that she's all rushed into... So you seem to be under the impression that I am able to...
Is she playing?
Aha, you're learning, little one. But really, the truth of the matter is that I don't know. All I know is that it's the foundation.
Because right in my...
Not just because of that. The nature of the space... Anyway, we needn't worry. First things first.
Of the Electro Arc. May the blossoms of the sacred Sakura bloom.
Now then, I always have my ways. To the outsider, the realm, in other words.
So,
Yes, no need to try. Everything is This is precise.
What?
Suit yourself. Oh, well, if you're quite sure, then of course. Now, I shall send you on your way. I say. Oh, nothing. It just seems extraordinarily chaotic, that's all. My suspicions have been confirmed. By the way, remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt. Only a strong enough will can prevent. Well then, the door's open. Hop on it. I'll stay outside and provide what stability I can. I'm placing my god in your capable hands. For my sake, and for Inazuma's, please, bring her back.
Miko, you better know what you're doing!
That's enough chatter. Get to work. Remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only if you are strong enough can I deliver you to the right destination.
Huh? How can this be? You have returned. But this is a duel to remember. It is as if we have over countless battles. Had I made all enemies for your firm, you bring honor. Now these... Then, let this be our final duel. The conclusion to that which began 5... Final duel? Stand back, traveler. I'm going to be the start of something new. The time our duels took to fight was long enough to witness the rise and fall of nations. The energy they consumed, great enough to vaporize the oceans and turn day into night. And the will they demanded, sufficient to penetrate minds and crush streams. You have endured. I will endure forever. Witness the final calamity. There is no escape. There is no escape. Inferior. This, I believed you... But a will that cannot be eroded has no way to embrace the future. You need not worry about the future. And you aren't alone. I know your power more than anyone else. Had I relied upon my strength alone, I would have lost this duel for sure. Yet, my reason for fighting redefined my martial prowess and redrew my limits. I now carry the gaze of the myriad of expectant eyes that look to the light in the heavens. And whenever I think of this, I feel something stirring within Muso Ishin. The blade that I inherited from Makoto seems to be I noticed it all. This power, this blade belonged... It was at once... You have my approval. Your present will is not the product of erosion. I shall no longer... From this day forth, I won't design any more rules that can never be changed. You used to represent my past. Makoto never saw me as a fearless... You truly have changed. I suppose this is what humans call growth. I understand. I shall become your shadow, just as you were once Makoto's shadow. The duties I perform will not change. But as a warrior, I look forward to the chance to fight like this again in the future. Do you say this because you have not yet reconciled yourself with your defeat? It was simply a new experience for me. One that is worth reliving.
Have you finished fighting then? Like, for real this time?
Hello, A. And greetings, those who have come to bear witness. I am Raiden Makoto, the previous Electro Archon, who failed in my duties and left you all to pick up the pieces. Makoto? I'm so happy. You've come so far. I always knew you would make it here in the end. I left a faint fragment of my will in Muso Ishin, so that in the moment that you unleashed its full power, I too would be released. A convoluted way to reach you, but... well, you held such deeply entrenched views at the time that you wouldn't have listened to a word I said. There was no time to wait for you to have a change of heart. Please forgive me. All I could do was find some way to wait until you came to me. But... you never mentioned this to me. Everything happened so suddenly. I'm sorry. I've always felt terrible for having to entrust Inazuma to you all of a sudden. I should have been the one to impart these ideas to you, a little at a time, to dissuade you from your pursuit of stillness. Did you know what was about to happen in Conria? I had some sense of it. That place was not somewhere that any Archon could afford to ignore. In my present form, I can no longer perceive time. I don't know how long we have been separated before this reunion, and I don't know what Inazuma has experienced in the meantime. But I know that this must have been an extremely arduous journey for you. And I'm sure you must have wanted to shed tears many times along the way. Don't look down on me. See? You admit it. It was with this possibility in mind that I left a parting gift for you. Something to soothe Inazuma's pain. Here, take it, before my last shred of consciousness fades away. But it is you who must take the most important step.
The light turned into a seed?
The miracle tree that blesses the people, in this moment new to the world and yet to be known. When to plant it, where it shall bloom, she who brings it into being must let her heart and dreams decide. Grant it life, eh? Is it really? Eternity extends time into infinity. Dreams illuminate each moment within. When both shine in unison, the sacred Sakura blooms from the darkness, finally free from the clutches of the heavenly principles. Now the nightmare has dissipated, and reality is made whole. The vision we both yearn for is still further ahead. My only regret is that I cannot witness Inazuma's future. Nor can I walk this journey with you. Do you know, A? I am so happy right now, because my final wish has now come true. Your polearm once protected me from countless calamities. For this, I've always felt indebted to you. Though I could never repay you in full, this sacred Sakura will buy you some time until you are ready to awaken and embrace the new. What do you think? Did it do the trick? This time, it really is goodbye, eh? Goodbye, Makoto.
So the A of the present planted the sacred sakura in the realm of consciousness, and it took root in the Inazuma of the past. No matter what you make of it, it's quite incredible.
All of this is thanks to Makoto's power. Her understanding of eternity is much more profound than mine. Eternity is a concept intimately connected.
A place where time is meaningless and cannot be understood with ordinary logic. So that was the turbulence I was sensing. Perhaps that is the reason why you were able to return precisely to this point in time without any problems. And yet, that sense of disorderliness has now completely disappeared.
I don't fully understand yet. But my intuition tells me that the reason for everything, it's that seed.
Well, I'm not convinced that it was Makoto's power alone.
Without the sacred sakura, Inazuma would likely have been completely swallowed up centuries ago by that disaster and the filth.
I know you've always perceived there was something special about the sacred sakura, but to me, it has always been there. You've tried in the past to prove to me that there's a connection between the sacred sakura and Makoto's consciousness, but unfortunately, you never did persuade me, did you?
No, but I understand why now. It was because the sacred sakura hadn't even been planted then.
But don't you think that tree looked a lot different than how it does now?
The sacred sakura is within my purview at the shrine, so obviously I get to prune it exactly how I like it.
Ugh. Now we see who's pulling the strings.
I'm joking. That tree has been through a lot since it first sprouted. We have the loving care of Kitsune over the ages to thank for how it appears today. And obviously I played my part too. It's fair to say that very little time passed between the moment you came out of that realm and the moment you re-entered it. But in that same time, centuries of battling took place on the inside, did it not? Traveler, if I'm guessing correctly, you were at that time, I could sense A's whereabouts, but I also sensed anomalies in the flow of time within that space. Suffice to say, time added a whole new dimension to our search. Simply establishing a location was not sufficient. Fortunately, your will was strong enough that the turbulence carried you to the moment in time most likely to be the intersection of A. So this time, it looks like thanks are due to you.
Does that mean it wasn't by chance that we ended up at the...
I thought that the flow of time was the same on the inside and the outside, so it was a great shock to me when the traveler reappeared. My first thought was, has a great disaster befallen Inazuma? But it turned out you had come to rescue me. You came for my sake, to help me reach the best possible outcome. You too have my thanks. You have done much for me, and I will never forget it.
A, how are you feeling now?
My body has fully recovered, and the Shogun's will no longer fights against me.
Always thrilled to hear you're in good health. But I was really asking about your emotions. Have you managed to calm down? After all, you saw Makoto in there, didn't you?
I only heard her voice. I wouldn't say I saw her. I'll be fine. It brought a few things back, of course, but I've made my decision to move forward. I have to say, this has reminded me once again just how brilliant Makoto was. She predicted all the ways in which Inazuma's future could unfold, all the way back then. She even factored my immaturity into her plan. It's all thanks to her that Inazuma lived to see this day. I just planted a seed.
Yeah, it was thanks to everything you did that you got...
Thank you.
Today, at long last, you and Inazuma finally emerge from the shadows cast by the events of centuries past. Makoto and you are Inazuma's past and future, and both are indispensable.
It's rare to hear such comforting words from you. I graciously accept them.
Oh, come on. You only think it's rare because you never used to listen to a word I say.
Makoto said the exact same thing!
Great minds think alike, hmm? I wonder, does that qualify me to, maybe, take the position of Shogun for a couple of days? Actually, no. Forget that. Far more trouble than it's worth.
We will have to end the frivolities there. There is much work to be done. The Shogun and I will closely review the Inazuma of today to find out where things currently stand. Then, we will give careful consideration to the future. After that, I will abolish the Sakoku decree.
Really? That's huge news!
I am no longer pursuing an eternity defined by stasis. In which case, there is no further need to keep the nation under lock and key. I don't doubt that many challenges lie ahead. I'm looking forward to it. Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
Let the show begin.
Frostbite.
Inazuma shines eternal!
What's in this
I must leave no stone unturned.
Feel the beat!
Not going anywhere.
Shine down!
This should be fun. My work. Let's end this quickly.
you shall perish!
Come on! We can do it!
Illusion shattered!
Steady as stone, as a dutiful maid would.
Let's end this quickly!
Power cord! Time to rock! Hey, not the guitar!
I'll protect us.
Shine down!
Guess this is it.
Let's dance.
Ad Astra Abyssosk.